In this video, I'll be walking you through a Zapier tutorial. This one will use Gmail to Google Calendar integration to automatically create a calendar invite off of an email. The trick to this is also combining it with Google's Schedule and Send feature, so let's go ahead and get started. What you're looking at here is my inbox. Ahead of this tutorial, you'll want to send an example email of what you'd like the integration to use as a trigger. In other words, you'll want to send an email that, when you go to the Zapier integration, you'll use as an example for how the Google Calendar invite should be set up. So in my case, I'm going to trigger it off of the subject line, live Q&A next Sunday, and the body is going to be my description of the calendar invitation. I'll list a couple examples below of ways that you can use this integration. I'm doing a bi-weekly Q&A where the attendees are going to change each time. So let's move over into our Zapier account now. You can go ahead and make a new Zap, or what I'm going to do is jump into an edited one so I can show you guys how this looks. So you can use that and make a new Zap at the top. It'll pull up just the same thing here, so don't worry about that. So what we're going to do here at the very top, it's going to ask you to choose the app and event. And in our case, we're going to choose Gmail since we're having it trigger based off of an email. And the event is going to be a new email matching search. So not any new email that lands in the inbox, just a new one matching a specific search string. So it's going to ask you here to choose an account. If you haven't linked your Google account, you'll want to do so in this step. I'm just linking, of course, the Google account there, or choosing the Google account there. And then the final step, or the second and final step, is to customize the search string. So mine is based off of subject. You can see it. You can also choose who it's from. There are a number of different criteria you can choose based off date and label. I'm going to do subject. And what's important here is to make sure that you include the exact subject, word for word, of what you want to search for. And in the final step, it's actually going to ask you, okay, let's pull in an example and make sure we're understanding you correctly. And of course, we're going to go back to the email that we sent earlier, and I can confirm, yes, Zapier, this is exactly what I want you to build these integrations off of moving forward. So we can say done editing, and we can go into the next step. If you don't already see the next step, you can use that plus button. In this case, we're going to choose the app for the action, so what we want Zapier to do. We're going to choose Google Calendar and create a detailed event. So we want to be able to edit all of the little features, which is a detailed event versus kind of a quick add event. Same thing with Gmail above. We're going to want to choose the account. So say which calendar we're going to link it to, and then customize detailed event. So the first part here is asking within your Google Calendar, which specific calendar do you want? You see contacts, holidays. I'm just going to choose a name calendar up at the top. And then from here, you just enter in all of the details. Now the summary is going to be the title of the calendar event, the description. In my case, I'm going to pull in the body. And you can see on the right-hand side, there's those lines and that plus. That'll allow you to pull in anything from the initial email. So this is a great way to customize it. I'll show you a little bit below how I pulled in attendees based off of this. But yeah, you can see you can pull in the exact title of the email if you want to. And certain things that you just write in will be applicable for every single time this integration runs. So here's the kicker. Now, in the start date and time, I pulled in the exact time that the email was sent, and then I added +7. So those are actually 7 days. So I'm saying, okay, when you see this email, schedule an invite exactly 7 days to the date and time that the email was sent. So the invite's actually going to be sent 7 days after the fact. You can change that to 6, 4, 30, whatever. But just so you know what unit is available there when you are operating, so that the Google Calendar process is scheduled ahead of the time that the email is sent. And you can add a repeat frequency. In my example, that doesn't make any sense. Attendees is really where my example shines here. So I want it to connect to everybody that I've sent the email to, since that's a variable that will be changing. You can always move this or have a specific set of people. But that's about it. In the final step, it'll run a test, and as long as you get the green bar, you're good to go. And then just don't forget to turn on your Zap. And that's creating a Google Calendar invite from email in Gmail. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to get more tips like these.